Hey, praise y'all. Welcome into the channel. I was just wondering, to some of y'all who know so much, you're real smart. Did you ever consider that maybe your MPC One Plus is just an MPC Key 37 without a keyboard attached? So I beg to differ that the MPC Key 37 is just an MPC One Plus with a keyboard. There is one very vital feature that makes this a really great learning tool. So I want to look at one aspect of keyboard control that will actually level up your production skills by improving your knowledge of music theory and your overall skills of playing the keys. So I really just play in like two scales, technically only one that I can name, and that's the key of C. It's actually very easy for most of us to stay in key if we're playing the key of C major because it's all the white keys. And it's easy to put a chord together because as long as you just skip a key, then you're playing a triad or a seventh, I guess a ninth. If this is your limit, keyboard control is going to come in very handy as a learning tool to start building up your knowledge of scales. All right, so the keyboard control is used for quite a few different settings, but I'm just going to look at one thing, and that is the scale filter. So right now you have an option to select your root note. So since I already know how to play in the key of C, like we talked about, C major, then I'm going to go up to the next key and try to see what C natural minor is about. As is, if you look at the filter input, if it says as played by default, then you're really just going to have all the keys. But if you switch this and change it, go all the way over to the right, skip snap to scale, and do filter to scale, what this is going to do is it's only going to play the keys that are in the scale. So if you hit a key that is not in the scale, you won't hear a sound. See, that note is not in the scale. So just start playing this until you figure out which notes are in the scale. And that's your scale. So I would just practice this scale until you get a good feel for it and you're not playing any of the keys that don't sound. And then once you got a hang of that, you could go and switch the scale filter back to as played. Now that you're comfortable and you know what the scale is, you can use that scale to start building some chords. I'll show you how I'd make some basic triad chords and then add a seventh because I like how sevenths sound. So in order to build a chord, a basic triad out of a scale, what you're going to do is put together the first, third, and fifth note within the scale. So if my first note is C right here, then I'm going to go, count that as 1. This would be 2. This would be 3. So put those two together and then keep counting. 3, 4, 5. So that's a basic triad. If you want to add a seventh, now my fingering probably isn't like classical or like the way you should do stuff, but I just do what's comfortable to me. I've always been playing by ear. So I'll use this hand to add the 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could do this to build any key, any chord. So if I want to play the second chord, I could start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, a real common chord progression you'll hear about, I think, in like pop music is the 1, 4, 5. So I could put together this chord. That's the 1 chord. Move over to 1, 2, 3, 4. And build the chord from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a 7th, 6, 7. So like the 1, 4, 5 chord progression is a common pop one, but I feel like for like some boom bap, hip hop, limiting it to 2 chords actually sounds better. So I like the 4th and the 5th with the 7th, the 4th and the 5th chord of the scale in sequence with each other. So these two. So I'm gonna go ahead and sequence these over this drum beat that I got. I'm gonna move over to my bass track, and then I look at the chords that I was playing. So I was doing the 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna use this real simple bass line. I'll go down an octave and just play along to the beat. Real simple. Yeah, so then one thing I like to do is actually erase these chords, because I played the chords kind of simple, and now I can start improvising. And so also playing that chord, the 4, and doing that sequence. And just experiment with that sequence of chords, and then doing like some more melodic stuff with the scale in between. Oh, there it is. Don't sleep on the Key 37. It's much more than just an MPC 1 Plus with a keyboard attached. It is becoming a very vital learning tool in leveling up my production skills, I believe, because I probably went 10 years just playing in the key of C because I never really took the opportunity to learn or take any lessons. Of course, I'm building this off a foundation of understanding of theory, so I do recommend you learn some things. I'm not like firsthand the person to learn from, most likely, but I gave you some insight in what a scale is and how to build chords out of a scale. And just in like a single day, I learned a whole new scale. Like, that's crazy. And I think it's just being that this is my favorite instrument. The MPC has always been. So just having that built into it is forcing me. And I'm not saying unwilling. It's just allowing me to be in that environment and focused on my instrument, so that I'm learning how to play the keys a lot better, and in turn leveling up my skills. So thank you all for checking out the video. If you found some value in it, please do give it a thumbs up. That's the best way you can support. Go ahead and look at the links in the description. If you're in the market for an MPC Key 37, there's an affiliate link for Sounds over there. I believe they're on back order, but if you can wait, I definitely recommend Sounds. Pay as you play, can't beat it, no interest, and you can make payments monthly and play now with your gear and start creating. So all right, till next time, I appreciate y'all. Y'all bless, and keep on running with your dreams.